Chisom, you help me get a job in this island.
With a job.
But for real, if I prefer come to Ireland. I work for 2 years, I get PR. Chisom, you help me get a job.
When they'll start hiring.
Show me they'll look for legal analysts.
When they'll start hiring.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiskis and we have a guest today, okay? This is the Get Ahead family. Here I share information on how to migrate abroad through work and through studies. And today I have a guest here, Chisom. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so we've talked about international students getting job in Dublin. We've talked about settling in. You don't need to study in Dublin. You can go to other parts of Ireland to study, of course, because of cost of living and the likes. And we've also talked about the fact that the school you really attended doesn't really matter if you show yourself and prove your skills. So that's what matters. Okay, Chisom, take us through the immigration part in Ireland, because you know different countries have different policies. In the UK, you have to first be on a work. So when you're on a student visa, it doesn't count to your permanent residency. If you be on 5 years student visa, it doesn't count. Now, when you're done with student visa and you switch to a work visa, a proper work visa, you need to be in the UK for 5 years. Before you are able to apply for indefinite leave to remain, which is like permanent residency. Then when you have that status of permanent residency for at least 12 months in the UK, you can now apply for citizenship, which is not automatic. Because they will still check, have you broken the rules? Even with that 5 years permanent residency application, that's ILR, indefinite leave to remain, they still have to check, have you left the UK for more than 180 days in a year? If that's like 6 months, being away from the UK 6 months in a year. So there are certain rules that you have to follow even after being there for 5 years. So some people can be there for 5 years and still not get ILR. And then some people can be there for more than 7 years and still not get citizenship. So what is it like for Ireland? I want to believe it's easier for Ireland. I know it's easier. Tell me.
You're just loving about Ireland right now. Okay.
I am so loving it.
Well, okay, like the UK, if you're on a student visa, it actually doesn't count as well. The student visa here is called stamp 2. So if you're here, you probably, let's say your program is a 1 year program, you probably be on a stamp 2 for like 1 year. But right after you finish your studentship, you would move to a graduate visa.
Automatically.
Like
how many years is that?
2 years. Like by default, every student gets like 2 extra years to stay within the country to find employment and things like that. So
how much does that cost? Like the visa, is it expensive?
300 euros every year.
What if visa in UK is like 1,500 or 2,000 or 2,000 pounds?
That 300 is a lot of money. Like
graduate visa, I they like, because you people don't used to pay for health insurance here.
We do.
It's inside that 300.
No, it's not.
How much is that?
Let's say graduate health insurance. Let's say like at the last time I paid, when I was still like on it, maybe like 120-ish.
120 euros.
Maybe
in 1 year.
Another person may be listening to this and that's not what they pay. That is what me I pay.
Yeah, but if you paid 120 euros 3 years back, it cannot even be 200% increase, because 200% increase is 240.
I'm not sure.
100% increase, whatever.
I'm not sure what it is now, but
health insurance in the UK, that's immigration health, such as IHS in the UK, is £624 per year.
That's so how much you pay for health insurance?
Yes.
That's insane.
Per year.
So
graduate visa in the UK is 2 years, and you have to pay £624 in 2 places.
No.
Plus your visa fee.
No.
So at the end of the day, graduate visa will cost about £2,000.
No, our own not reach that amount.
I don't come. You see why you should come to Ireland.
I think after a period, let's say like insurance. I think I remember paying like about 200 one time. I don't think you'll pass like
500 give or take per year. So that's like 1,000 euros in 2 years.
Yes, exactly. Thereabout.
Guys, be packing your load. Ireland is the way. Ireland is the way.
After your student visa, you move to like
graduate
stamp
visa.
1G, the graduate visa.
That's stamp 1G.
No, stamp 1G. The G is for the graduate. Most of the graduate visa. But there are circumstances where you get, after your student visa, you find the job that sponsors you immediately.
So you don't need to get the graduate visa.
Exactly. You move to a work permit, like a full work permit, and that's like a stamp 1.
Okay, there's no G.
There's no G.
Okay.
And before, the graduate visa didn't count towards citizenship, but now they've reviewed the rules and it counts towards. I don't know, like I think that was one of the
Can I move?
most amazing things
I
that
think
they
can't
did.
do masters for you.
Nah, I think
1 year
one of the
masters.
most amazing things that they did.
Because
usually you find that students leave when they finish, when they are done with their schoolwork. Everybody moves to a graduate visa. You are panicking.
What should I do?
What should I do? Like, I don't want to stay on my graduate visa for 2 years because it doesn't count. Like, it's taking time. Yeah, you've been in the country for 3 years, but nothing counts until you actually get that work visa. So, like, that work permit.
That's what happens in the UK. So, graduate visa does not count.
Oh no, or else it just recently started counting. So now, because that graduate visa counts, you find that people are more at peace. So you finish your studies, and then let's say a company even tells you, fine, we're not going to sponsor you till after you finish your graduation.
You already have 2 years down.
Like, it's fine if you don't want to sponsor me. Like, that's fine. I remember my last company didn't want to sponsor me until after I had finished my graduate visa.
That's fine.
At that point, they hadn't reviewed the rules. So I'm like, no. So you find that people are just job hopping
because they're looking for sponsorship.
Yes, exactly. Because people are really. The moment a company comes to tell me we'll sponsor your visa, of course I'll take the opportunity. Yeah. Like, I'll take it as opposed to the one that doesn't sponsor.
But now that's no longer the case.
That's no longer the case. If a company
another reason to move to Ireland, graduate visa counts towards your time. Calculated for permanent residency.
Yeah, it's called reckonable years. They are now. I think stamp 1G is now categorized as reckonable years in Ireland, which is actually. It is a game changer for a lot of people. It is a game changer.
Wow, that's interesting.
You'd find people just being on 1G and they are panicking, they are and some people would now, let's say they don't even get a job in that 2 years, they now have to keep applying for extension. They're uncomfortable.
You can extend your graduate visa.
I mean, you have to do it with a lawyer though. Like, you have to apply. There are ways to this thing.
But it's possible to extend graduate visa. You cannot extend graduate visa in the UK.
I think if you have to work with a lawyer to make it work. I've heard that people do extensions and things like that.
Wow, but another reason to come to Ireland.
I've heard that people do extensions and all of that. So after you've been on the graduate visa for 2 years, let's say you decide to be on the graduate visa, you finish that for 2 years, you now move to a stamp 1
as work visa.
Yeah, work visa, and that one. There are two types of stamp 1. There's the critical skills and there's the general skills. Critical skills are those people that they consider critical, include like there are a lot of tech jobs that are considered critical, or like care workers that are considered.
That's like the shortage. Workers. That's like the shortage occupation list in the UK.
Gotcha. She said.
So they have this critical skills
and there's general skills. So usually a lot of people wants the critical skills, because if you're on critical skills, I think that you stay on the work visa for just 2 years and then move to a permanent residency.
You are in critical skills. I know.
I am on the critical skills. So I'm on the work visa, like a work permit now, that's stamp 1. I'll be on it for like 2 years. Then I'll move to the permanent residency, which we call stamp 4 here.
So after being on critical skills work permit for 2 years, you can apply for a permanent residency.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
guys, do you see why I say you should move to Ireland?
You can apply for a permanent residency, and the permanent residency is you don't have to renew it every year. That one, you have it for 2 years. After the 2 years has elapsed, you now start applying for your citizenship. So by the time you put in your application, I think getting your citizenship takes like about a year. You might need to renew your PR again, because if not, you will not be legal in the country. So you need to renew your PR while waiting for your citizenship. But
when you have your PR, you don't now need any sponsor. You don't need a job.
No.
You are now a resident.
That's exactly what people are. So usually you find a company that sponsors you
for 2 years.
For 2 years.
After
if somehow
that,
you don't like the
company,
the bus. You can decide to go. But if you like the company, you like the work culture, you like everything, you can actually decide to stay. But when a company sponsors you, I think you are obligated to stay with that company for a certain period of time. If not, if you move to another company, that company needs to sponsor. It's not very,
It's the same thing everywhere.
Yeah, it's not very easy to find companies that are. So if you find a company that sponsors, it only makes sense
that you
to stay there
until you find another one that sponsors.
Or like I usually advise is just stay there until you get your PR.
Because it's just 2 years.
Yes, and unless like if it's something that you like or something, if it's something like just stay there until you get a PR, and then when you get a PR, you're literally free. You have better negotiating rights with a stamp 4. There are so many benefits of having.
So PR is stamp 4.
Yeah. Yes.
So Chisom, you are saying that if I move to Ireland without having to go to school, let's say I apply for jobs and I get a job, and I move to Ireland with stamp 1.
Yeah.
That's a work permit.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm under the critical skills job. That after 2 years, I can apply for PR.
Stamp 4, yes.
Guys, you mean you are in Nigeria and you are in tech industry, or just see, after this video, go and look for, I've gone through that critical skills list before. Go and search for Republic of Ireland critical skills list. You will see all the jobs there.
Yeah,
so you are in Nigeria and you want to come to Dublin or Ireland. You don't need to come for studies. Just start applying for jobs.
Honestly, like I always advise people who have good experience
just apply for jobs.
Just apply for jobs, because not everybody can do that 1 year of being a student.
You need just 2 years to get PR. This is music to my ears.
It's just if you have like good experience, like honest, just go and apply for those jobs. The jobs that you just need to find the one that is for you. Because that 1 year of being a student is very rough. Very rough.
What is the outlook of employers employing foreigners in Ireland?
I think Ireland is very friendly towards employing like foreigners. I have a lot of friends who came from Nigeria with jobs.
Because in UK, sometimes they want to hire you, but they're like, we cannot sponsor.
No.
We cannot sponsor. So what is it like for employers here?
I know a couple of friends. Like my housemates came from Nigeria.
So you help me get a job in this island.
With a job.
But for real, if I prefer come to Ireland, I work for 2 years, I get PR. So you help me get a job.
When they'll start hiring.
So they'll look for legal analysts.
when they'll start hiring.
But for real, honestly, because if I move to a country 2 years like this, I have PR. What are you guys?
I bet it was the same thing in the UK.
Which same thing? Honestly, in UK, you need to work for 5 years with your work visa.
That's a very long time.
You need to work for 5 years with your work visa.
I think that's the reality for someone who is on a general skill
in Ireland.
Yes, in Ireland. I think that's their. I don't know what that one is like in there, but I think that's what the reality.
But that should probably be 3 years, to be honest.
I think it's about 3 to 5 because they move from a. To be honest, I don't know. Let me know what I do.
After this video, I'm going to go and review that critical list again and see if I can apply for job.
Ireland is a good place to be. Like I said, I'm biased. I love the country.
So, okay, tell us about the pay and the cost of living. What do you think?
The cost of
Let's
living
say
is high.
I'm being paid minimum wage. What's the minimum wage in Ireland? 11 euros per hour, something, right?
12 euros. They increased it a couple of.
Oh, they don't increase the minimum wage.
I might be very wrong, but I think it's about 11 to 12 ish.
So if I am being paid the minimum wage, do you think that, I know as a single person you can always maneuver?
Yeah.
We actually did not talk about dependents with student visa. Can dependents come to, like, if I apply to be a student, I'm doing 1 year masters in Ireland, can I come with my dependents?
No.
I can't.
You can't.
So who is able to come with dependents?
If you're coming through work.
Oh.
Because
what about graduate visa? Can I have my dependents when I'm on graduate visa?
I had a classmate. This was her reality. Like she left her family back home in Nigeria. She had like 4 kids, and then she came here. She couldn't come with her kids when she was coming to her masters. And even like after, I don't think her kids are even here yet. After her graduate visa, she still couldn't come. Like her kids can't come because you can't have like dependents and things like that. If you have like a stamp one, you can bring someone. You can definitely bring. I think that's the minimum in which you can bring someone.
Yeah, stamp one. That's the work permit, which is what the UK is now doing.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Because the essence people were trooping to UK is because with a student visa, I can bring my 10 children.
No, you can't do that in Ireland. No, you cannot do that in Ireland. you have to have at the minimum a stamp one, and then meet like some certain criteria before you can bring your family and things like that.
Okay, that's a discovery. So in Ireland, you cannot come with dependent. That's why it's not as popular. But now, because they are now at par with the UK, you can no longer bring dependents. However, in UK, if you are doing PhD, you'll still be able to bring your dependents.
Actually, I don't know about like PhD level.
Yeah,
no, I'm not sure about that.
I was going to say that I know that as a single person, I can maneuver my life with minimum wage. But would you say that somebody that has a partner and a child, would they be able to live on minimum wage?
I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think they'll be able to live on minimum wage because Ireland is expensive. Like,
I know.
Let's not,
especially Dublin.
Yes, if you go to the list of expensive countries, Dublin is like one of the it. Yes, it's not even down the list. It's up, like it's really high on the list. So it's expensive. I think once you have a family, there are certain criteria you need to meet to even like live in a suitable place. If you have one child, you need to have like
a certain
one room or something. Like there are criteria for the housing that you get, and if like this housing, if there are criteria for them, you know that they will be expensive. Let's say like someone who has like 2 kids. I hear that if it's a boy and a girl, those
it
two
has to be separate
rooms.
It's the same in the UK.
That means that the more rooms, the higher.
It's the same in the UK.
The higher the distance. So
it's the same in the UK.
You definitely cannot be earning minimum wage.
You can't.
And want to sufficiently raise a family, you need more money.
Okay,
for that.
Fine, they can't live on minimum wage. But what do you think is the pay? Do employers pay well here? You know why I'm asking this question? I'm asking this question because I think in the UK, employers don't pay that much. Because in the UK, you will see people in healthcare, nurses, earning like 26,000, 27,000, 28,000 annually. And it's not enough, especially for family people. So in the UK, maybe it is people that earn from 30. Even when you earn 30,000 and you have a family in the UK, it's still hard.
Okay.
And UK has a reputation for not paying well. Maybe people in tech and maybe doctors earn well.
Yeah.
But other healthcare assistants, universities, they don't pay that much. But what is the reputation in Ireland? Do you think employers pay well here?
I'm going to talk from the perspective that I know, and that is mostly in the tech space.
All these tech people, they bully us.
I think to a reasonable extent they try.
Tech is different.
Tech is new money. Very relative.
Tech is new money.
I think that because all my friends that we graduated together and we got jobs, a lot of them got reasonably paid.
Just all of you are in tech. Wait,
what do you study in UI?
What do you study in UI?
Computer science.
It's over. About vision. You study computer science.
I studied fintech for my master's degree, so pretty much.
Please, you are not the standard. Your standard is higher than our own. Interesting.
But I know like most of the people I know, most of them work in tech, so I know that a lot of them and
like to find tech boyfriend.
Last. A lot of them.
If you're not in tech, join them. Marry somebody in tech.
And I used to just tell I remember talking to like some of my tech friends who came from Nigeria. I'm like, no, this is what you should be bargaining for. Like, if this is your experience, like this is where you should be at. Or if I don't know, I'll just connect them to somebody who maybe works in the company that they are trying to interview for and stuff like that.
So somebody with 5 years tech experience in Nigeria, what do you think the person is worth here?
Oh, maybe like 120, man, or more. I don't know. 5 years in tech, that's a lot of years.
120k euros.
Yes, per annum. I think
that's a lot of money.
I think 5 years is a lot. Maybe worst case scenario, they will pay you like 100 if you're
really 2 years in tech.
2 years in tech.
I'm going to go and pack all my friends in tech. They should come to Ireland.
Maybe 2 years in tech. You'll probably be like on a junior level or something. Maybe, if you know what you're doing, maybe like 70, 80.
Jesus. Do you know that before you earn 50k pounds in
like
the
if you have to know what you're doing, you know. You have to,
they will know what you're doing now.
That is a given, but like 100%, I know that, yeah.
That's a good pay.
Like all the software engineers, bro.
What about programmers?
Those are the software engineers.
Like somebody to come and apply for jobs.
They're earning like
this Dublin, this island is chill.
Like a good amount of money. Yeah.
Anyways, at the end of the day, I'm sure that in this video you've seen a lot of reasons why you should move to Dublin. UK is not the only destination, guys. Turn your attention. If I have my way, I'm coming to Dublin. I really
don't know why people don't know about Ireland so much, to be honest.
Do you know the funny part? When I wanted to do my master's degree, my first research was in Ireland. My heart has always been in Ireland because of. So when I made my research, I saw that Ireland and Canada has similar immigration policies. So I was like, Ireland is better because of the weather. Yeah. Canada is too cold. Ireland is close to UK, Nigeria. So let me go to Ireland.
Yeah.
I did all the research. Top 5 schools in Ireland. Started looking for scholarship. When UK now gave me scholarship, about done. But my mind is still in this island.
Let's be clear. The island we are talking about is the Republic of
Ireland, not Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is in United Kingdom.
Exactly.
Republic of Ireland is a different country in Europe.
Republic of Ireland.
Interesting. Chisom, thank you so much. I think you've shared a lot of valuable insights. So can you just talk to people that after watching this video, they're like, I think I want to try Ireland. I want to probably study in Ireland. I want to work in Ireland. What would you advise them to do?
I think that the first thing you should do is to find the schools that you want to, like, if you want to study here, find the schools that you want to go to. There are tons of schools here. There are a lot of them that are popular to like international students. There's National College of Ireland. There's Griffith College. There's
University College,
DBS, University College Cork as well. But like,
I have 2 friends that are doing their MBA in Dublin Business School.
Yes, DBS is a very popular one for international students. So I think that's like the first thing for someone who wants to go through the study route. But
then the courses they choose to matters.
Yes, I think the courses that you choose matters as well. And the government of Ireland also supports international students who are looking for like scholarships every year. That's the scholarship I got.
Yeah, you got the government of Ireland scholarship. Chisom, how did you get that scholarship? Tell me.
I wanted to study fintech, and not so many schools in Ireland, in the country or the world generally, was doing fintech at the time. Ireland was one of the earliest countries that started doing the study of fintech. So I just started communicating with one of my friends from high school, and then she was a scholar as well. We caught up, and then she shared the opportunity with me. Somehow it was just like writing essays.
What were they? Do you remember the questions? The kind of questions they asked?
It was something about how to position yourself to be an ambassador for the country. How you would help use the knowledge that you get here to help your own country, and then it was mostly about doing ambassadorial roles for like Ireland and Nigeria, that kind of stuff, and how you be an advocate of the government of Ireland scholarship and also Ireland, the study in Ireland as a whole.
Was it just the essay or it was just interviews?
It was really just the essay.
But
the thing is, they had like scores for like everything that they were. The one thing I like Ireland when it comes to like documentations or instructions, they're very clear on what they're looking for.
They want.
And in this scholarship, they were very explicit on what they wanted. They will tell you that.
If you win the scholarship,
I mean, you qualify. Yes, you qualify. They were just very clear on what they were looking for. The essays that carried 60 marks, and then your recommendation letter carries like another 20 marks. And then like there were just certain things that they were very clear on. And when you see the instructions, you know how to position yourself in the best way possible to make sure you're getting all the points that you can get and stuff like that. So really just putting my application together.
Do they consider academic?
Yes, they do. I think that if you have very
just so we have first class material.
I am a first class. I do not disagree. But somehow I fell in 2-1.
So okay, you had a 2-1 in uni.
Yeah, I had
in UI.
In UI, but I had a first class.
Did they ask for your CGPA when you were applying?
No, they did not.
They didn't ask for CGPA, right? So that means the grade does not really influence.
No, grade does not really.
That's
even
good.
The thing is that even if you get like a 2-2, but you balance you balance your 2-2 with extracurriculars,
experience,
and on volunteer like job, all these things. I think you still stand a very good chance, and stuff like that. But
Jason, we are going to make this video in 4 parts. Battery is going off, and this is another 30 minutes. We are going to talk about this scholarship.